Good evening, everyone. Danny, am I on? No?
Nope.
No.
Now you are.
Now it is. Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Board of Trustees meeting for Delhi Township for November the 30th, 2022. We'll begin the meeting, of course, with the Pledge of Allegiance, but first our moment of silence. And our moment of silence tonight is for a very special lady. This lady is Joan Sanker. She was married 65 years to our retired Delhi Township Fire Department Assistant Chief. She had 6 sons, 1 daughter, 11 grands, and 6 great-grands. She was a real pillar of support for the entire family and was so dedicated to St. Dominic's Parish. Delhi has been so fortunate to have such a fine lady. To all who got to know her, to all who got to laugh with her, and to all who benefited from her many hours of volunteering, she will be missed. Please keep the entire Sanker family in your prayers.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. We'll begin with the approval of those minutes. Mr. Luby.
Motion to approve the minutes from the Board of Trustees regular meeting on November 9th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion approved.
Motion to approve the payment of overtime for pay period ending November 15th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion approved.
Motion to approve bills for payment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion approved. Report from our fiscal officer then, Mr. Luby.
We have some opening and reading of the bids tonight. We have a motion to direct the fiscal officer to open and read bids for the Mount Vernon Road, Greenwell Avenue, and Neeb Road sidewalk improvement construction projects, and to turn the bids over to Public Works Director Ron Rippinger for review and determination concerning the selection of the lowest responsive and responsible bidder.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion approved. Begin with the bids then, Mr. Luby.
We're going to try to do this by street, so hopefully they're in order. This is for Mount Vernon Road. This is from Bruce Construction, $139,815.32. Am I going the right way? There it is. This is from the Ford Development Corporation, $121,009.49.
I'm sorry, Mr. Luby. Did you say Ford Development?
Ford Development Corp.
And repeat the amount again?
$121,009.49.
Thank you.
This is from R.A. Miller Construction Company, Inc., $126,569.67. And this is from, it looks like Rack and Ballard Excavating, Inc., for a total of $135,203.46. This is still Mount Alverno. Fred A. Neiman Company for $120,818.15. This is from Adlita, Inc. for $116,499.30. All right, and this is for Greenwell. How do you say that, Ron? This is from Rack and Ballard Excavating, Inc. for Greenwell Road. $144,415.93. Fred A. Neiman Company for $143,906.78. Still Greenwell. Pruce Construction Company, $160,905.09. This is Ford Development Corp. for $161,890.62. Still Greenwell. R.A. Miller Construction Company, $180,657.74. This is Greenwell. This is from Adlita, Inc. for $150,590.07. Okay, this is Neeb Road, and this is from Pruce Construction Company for $409,363.05. Neeb Road from Ford Development Corp. for $396,381.70. Rack and Ballard Excavating, Inc. for $406,942.89. Fred A. Neiman Company, $383,705.37. This is from Synesis Construction Company for $476,737.48. The dollar amount?
476,
The 476?
737.
48?
Yep, this is right. Did you hear it? 476, 737, 40.
This is from Adlita Inc. for $390,794.07. And that's it.
All right. First off, thank you for everyone who has submitted a bid for the projects. And of course, we're looking very forward to having the sidewalks done for Mount Alverno, Greenwell, and Neeb, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, these bids will now go to Mr. Rippinger for review, and then the award will be made. Ron, do you have a date when you will finish the award of this?
I believe it's the next meeting.
Next meeting, so it'd be December 14th? Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Libby, we still have reports from your fiscal officer.
Yep. Motion to approve the status change of Assistant Fiscal Officer Lindsay Helmers from a salary position to a part-time hourly position at $40 per hour, effective November 5th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Significant transactions since the last meeting. On 11/29, we had a deposit of $43,000 for our cable franchise fee, a local government fund distribution of $26,000, and received $26,000 for gasoline tax. As far as disbursements, we had a check to Turner Construction for $1,367,000 for work at the town square. Our payroll on 11/10 was $311,000, and payroll on 11/23 was $321,000. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Mr. Libby. Trustee correspondence, Trustee Davis.
Not at this time.
And Trustee Sturts.
Yes, we received a nice compliment again on our first responders. There was a woman that was digging up 2 plants in her yard, and she fell and hurt herself and was very despondent that she couldn't get her second one out. So God bless our responders, and they dug that second plant up for her. So she was, very happy about that. So thank you for going the extra mile. Very proud of y'all. And the other thing I really want to bring up is on Facebook, people are out there saying that we have a contract with AEP Energy for 2 years. That's not true, correct? Okay, so we can squelch that. We have not aligned with any energy company at this time. So I don't want somebody out there saying that we have assigned something. We do not have. So people are getting their letters from Duke, and I thought we discussed this last week when Mr. Dieters was here. But I just want to reiterate it. Please put it out there. We've not aligned with anybody. So if we hear it, see it again, we'll definitely have to put a...
Well, our coordinating broker is Energy Alliance.
Right.
So I think anything that would come from Energy Alliance that has the Delhi Township logo on it, you can feel comfortable that that is for real. And again, Chief Howard, the window stickers that say no solicitation, please, utilize those, because if we do have people who are going door to door, which we don't allow unless they've registered with our police department, then you should at least have the no solicitation sticker in a prominent area on your door or front window or someplace to stop door-to-door solicitations.
Right.
Okay? That all?
That's all I had. Just wanted to put it out there again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, my trustee correspondence also has to do with a reaction to some of what I commonly call social meanness, but it did bring up two interesting public service announcements. So tonight, I'm turning these over to the skilled people in this department. So we will hear from Mr. Roach regarding lighting in windows, particularly through the holidays, and we will also hear from our Chief Campbell about fire hazards during the Christmas season. So that should answer all the social media questions regarding those two topics. All right? Thank you. Moving ahead. Fire Department, Chief Campbell.
Thank you, trustees. So 'tis the season. Would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to share with a few seasonal home safety tips and things with the public. First of all, checking your smoke detectors, fire alarms, going to be the biggest thing that you have in terms of early warning. And again, we see it so frequently with our runs not having working smoke detectors. It's the most important thing that's going to save your life. Certainly this time of year, watch on overloading any of your electrical circuits and with the decorations and overloading extension cords. We would prefer, instead of actual candles, you would use LED candles. They're much safer, obviously, and we've had multiple fires in the township in the last 12 months related to candles in the home. So I can tell you, had they been using LED candles, wouldn't have had the same outcome. So certainly keep combustibles away at least 3 feet away from any open flame that you have, just to be assured if it knocks over, we don't want it catching fire. If you use charcoal or gasoline fueled devices, use them outdoors, not indoors. You would think that's common sense, but it happens. It happens. Something you also don't think about, those that prefer the live trees, water them daily. They are a significant fire risk as they dry out and towards the end of the season. We do see those things from time to time, and they will go up quick. So it's if you prefer the live trees, please water them daily. Do the extra work. It will save you in the long run. Make sure you're turning off any of the decorations, lights, and things like that when you go to sleep at night and when you leave the house. Leaving them unattended is a big factor in causing what could be just a small problem to be a big problem. So being there and attentive. You know, stay in the kitchen when you're cooking. I mean, that's the holiday season, so make sure it's attended. That is the #1 reason for fires in Delhi Township is unattended cooking. So it's something that we speak highly of, you know, making sure that you're watching it. And finally, it goes without saying, always close your doors at night when you go to sleep. It is definitely a big factor in saving lives when people are alerted to a fire in their home and their bedroom door is closed. It gives them those moments they need to make a decision and get out safely. So that's my PSA for December.
Well, thank you, Chief, because we do want everyone to enjoy the holidays and all the festivities and decorations that go along with it, but we want you to all do it safely.
Yes.
So that we can all see each other in the new year.
Absolutely. And then we'll see everybody out there at the parade. Let's hope it doesn't rain.
Saturday.
Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, Parks and Recreation, Mr. Soupy. We have a motion, Mr. Luby.
Motion to accept the voluntary resignation of seasonal Parks and Recreation worker Griffin M. Kane, effective November 19th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor? Yes. Motion approved.
Motion to accept the voluntary resignation of seasonal Parks and Recreation worker Michael J. Klepfer, effective November 19th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Motion to accept the voluntary resignation of seasonal Parks and Recreation worker Louis J. Nye, effective November 19th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor? Yes.
Yes.
Motion approved. Just a reminder to everyone that this is the annual renewal of the seasonal workers. They know their length of employment, and hopefully we'll see many of them come back. And let this be a note to those of you looking for a summer job. We will be hiring again. Right, Randy? Okay. All right, final motion.
Motion to accept the voluntary resignation of event custodian Clifford E. Gross, effective December 31st, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. I'd like just to take a minute to speak about Mr. Gross, because Mr. Gross has been an employee of the Delhi Township for 33 years. And he has done all kinds of jobs for us, including opening the voting polls and opening the juvenile court and cleaning and working the different events. And he's just been a tremendous asset and someone that we could really depend on to work in Delhi Township. So I'd like to personally, on behalf of the board, thank Cliff Gross for his 33 years of working with Delhi Township. Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy, did you have any other updates or things for us?
Other updates tonight. The only thing with Cliff also, I wanted to recommend, or just suggest, he had been working 3 other jobs. He contacted me and said he's finally done, so I was like, I hate to hear that.
Yeah.
So we do have our job opening still open, for quite a few jobs coming up, so be aware.
Great,
Yep.
great. Thank you, Randy.
Thanks.
And thank you, Cliff. All right, Police Department, I have nothing on the agenda. Do you have any updates for us? Santa Parade? Okay,
December 10th.
December 10th. Public Works, Mr. Rippinger.
Can I ask a question? How are people going to be advised? How can they go? Where can they go to follow Santa, and when they might be on their street? Since you have 11
Yeah, I mean,
legs.
they can get the outline, and they can see where we're starting, and we'll be starting on the east side of the township and going west throughout the day, but we'll have updates throughout the day, where he is and when the trip's starting.
Via Facebook? It'll be on Facebook. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but-
Sorry.
But on the website, they do have all the different routes, so I know that they're going to be coming left onto Overhill. All right, I'll be there. All right. All right, Mr. Rippinger, Public Works. Mr. Luby, we have a resolution.
Resolution 2022-182, resolution declaring necessity for Delhi Township Street Rehabilitation and Repair Project 2023-A and ordering the construction, repair, and maintenance of sidewalks and driveway aprons along these various township streets without petition, establishing tentative assessment estimates against abutting property owners pursuant to Revised Code 5543.10, declaring an emergency and dispensing with the second reading.
Introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Is there any discussion on this resolution, Mr. Rippinger?
Thank you, trustees. This has been in the planning for a few years. It butts up to the new Greenside subdivision, and that is probably 99% done. I think they're working on one more house. So we're excited to put this out to bid and hopefully fill a few boxes with some bids.
Great, great. All right.
Move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Sturts.
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey.
Yes. Resolution passes.
Resolution 2022-183, resolution establishing just and equitable service charges during the 5-month period from December 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023, in connection with removal of snow and ice from the undedicated roads of Heather Ridge subdivision and directing notice to the owner and certification of the charges to the county auditor in accordance with RC 505.82, declaring an emergency and dispensing with a second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Is there any discussion on this resolution?
This is something we've done for years, gives us the ability to clean the roads of the new subdivisions, and then we bill them out at the end of the season.
Okay, thank
Move
you.
to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading? Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes, resolution passes.
Mr. Ranger, I have a question. Residents on the west side of town, they're getting some of their right-of-ways torn up because they're putting 5G and so on and so forth. Were they sent notices, or should they have been sent notices, and how do we respond to them? Because they think it's Delhi that's in cahoots with them. I've been able to squelch that. But do you know if they're sending notices because the person on site says, oh, yeah, you got a notice?
Typically, they do send them out. We haven't gotten a lot of phone calls for that, so I'm sure some of them could have got missed, but
Okay.
we haven't got really many complaints on the project, which is a pretty big project.
Is this the Alta Fiber going in?
5G,
Okay. I actually sat next to the Alta representative, and he assured me that everyone knew. Obviously,
They didn't,
they didn't.
or they didn't pay attention. I'm not going to point fingers, but I couldn't tell if they tell them that, yes, for sure they were supposed to have. But
He might regret trading business cards. Just saying. Okay. Thank you, Ron. All right. Administration, Mr. Lemon.
I have no photographs this evening, so I'm sorry. I usually show
No show and tell?
the town square, but I didn't have any this week updated, so I thought I didn't want to show you old ones. So.
Right.
All right.
A couple things about the town square. Pad 4 of 5 has been turned over, and then pad 5 will be turned over in probably February, possibly sooner, but we're waiting for steel to come in so that and maneuver around before we finish that pad. So it will be coming after the start of the new year. The sign removal at the top of the driveway is coming down on December 8th. Wild Mike's has been notified that they will no longer have that sign available to them. And the department has been notified that if they wish to salvage any parts from that sign, that it will be coming down and they should get in there to recover whatever they wish. And there are plans to do that, so
Okay.
we will be salvaging some of that sign. This morning, there was a meeting with MSD on permitting and the timetable for the wet well. It will require some commitment from the designer and the construction installers to get it completed for the timeline requirements. So we probably will need to express our wish that
Okay.
they put some extra effort into it to get it done sooner rather than later. We are conferring with Beacon on a lease for Town Square, and from the trustees and fiscal officer, when would you like to take a tour of the site so that you can actually see up close the improvements that have taken place?
Does that have to be individually, or we can go as a group?
Individually or collectively? I think
Okay.
it'd probably be preferable to do it collectively.
Yes.
I did ask, and they said they will do it individually, but they
Yeah, there's no need, yeah.
Let's try and come up with a common time. There's no problem with this. Okay. Just checking with the law.
Yeah, no, you're just, you're there for information gathering, and it's not a meeting. You're not going to talk about
Make a
public business.
decision.
You're just observing.
Super. All right. Mike, I guess we'll get back to you with a common time then,
Probably tonight, after the meeting?
after
right?
the meeting? Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. And then, just want to remind everyone, the employee Christmas luncheon is the 9th of December. Regarding the public hearing for the budget, that will be announced shortly. We're targeting the week of December 12th to have that complete. So the budget's taking a little longer this year because of me, since I'm new Delhi's way of doing it, so I am probably a little behind, but we will get it done, and I'm hoping to have it done and ready for public viewing on the week of the 12th.
So you're pleading new guy syndrome.
I'll give it to him.
We'll grant it to you.
You earned it.
You earned it.
And then reminder, as already has been mentioned, the DBA Christmas Parade is this Saturday, and I know the street cleaning will take place tomorrow.
Okay.
And then, last thing is, we are narrowing the search for the administrator. We've got some good candidates, and so we're looking forward to completing that process soon.
Yeah, actually, someone did ask me, "Are you doing anything to find a new administrator?" And I said, "Well, I'm looking at a book here that's about 200 pages thick. Yeah, we're doing quite a bit to find a permanent administrator, but in the meantime, we're just extremely grateful that we have Mr. Lemon. So it's all working out, right? So far. All right. Is that all, Mr. Lemon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Then community development. Mr. Roach, do you want to do your resolutions first or your public service announcement?
Whichever you prefer.
Oh, go PSA.
We'll go PSA. So I think there's a little confusion what's allowed and not allowed in Delhi Pike Business Corridor, which is our business district, which runs basically from about Bob Drive to Marbell Lane, just west of White Castle. It's easier to say what's not allowed. What's not permitted is permanently mounted, like neon lighting, LED lighting, things in that nature. That is not permitted. What is permitted is seasonal decoration, holiday decorations. That is permitted. If you look at the Delhi Business Association, did a great job decorating gazebo with their lighting, things like that with their seasonal decorations. So those types of decorations are permitted. It's just like the permanently mounted neon lights, LED lighting, so on and so forth.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope that clears it up for everyone who thought we were prohibiting seasonal decoration lights, but we're not.
We are definitely not seasonal decorations. Holiday decorations are certainly permitted, and
But permanent, we are. LEDs and
LEDs, neons,
Neons.
things of that nature.
okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Roach. Mr. Libby, you want to begin with his resolutions?
Resolution 2022-184, resolution certifying violation abatement expenses at 4250 Delhi Pike, 4978 Troubadour Court, and 619 Ivy Hill Drive to the county auditor for assessment, declaring an emergency and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution?
That's probably our last resolution. We'll get down to the auditor's office for assessments for the cleanup of these properties. It'll probably make, it will make the June tax duplicate, not the first of the year. So hopefully recover some of the township money eventually.
But the one at the car wash, he cleaned it up or you cleaned that up?
Unfortunately, we had to go in and remove it. He was, yes, we had to remove it, Trustee Davis.
And that's been a repeat violator.
I think it's the third time this year.
Third time this year.
2 for excessive vegetation and once for debris.
Okay. Thank you.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution. Excuse me, I will second that motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
You're going to move to dispense the second reading, and I'm going to second it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's right. You're going to second, and I'm going to say, all those in favor
How much was
of the
it?
motion to dispense with the second
How much
reading.
was the one at the car wash? How much was it?
It was 450 or something,
It
wasn't
was
it?
around 450. So just right off the top, Trustee Davis, we tack on a $375 administrative cost for time spent. Doesn't nearly cover our time, but
Oh,
it's,
yeah, exactly.
and plus whatever the contractor charge was. I don't have it in front of me, probably another $100 or so.
I think all three of them
Yeah.
came up to almost 2,000.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Sturts.
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey.
Yes, resolution passes.
Resolution 2022-185, resolution declaring nuisance for accumulated debris at 4152 Delhi Pike, declaring an emergency and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution, Mr. Roach?
Well, the positive is we started out with 4 this morning, so we narrowed it down to 2. They're still in violation, so we're just looking for your board to declare them nuisances so we can go in and address the violations.
And Mr. Reg, that looks like either a mattress or a box springs out for pickup. And it was my understanding that those items had to be wrapped in plastic before they could be picked up.
That is our understanding as well. So, and if they have also been there, so they've probably been there at least 2 weeks. So they get the 7-day notice from our department, and then, then we bring it in front of your board the next trustees meeting that's available.
All right.
So I assume that is a rental, or no?
That is the 2 4 families, Trustee Davis, right by the Spring House.
Yep, those are apartments.
Okay. So they probably, other ones are gone, new people have moved in, and this is that other person's jewels.
Possibly, yep.
Okay. Move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Sturts.
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey.
Yes. Resolution passes.
Resolution 2022-186, resolution declaring nuisance for accumulated debris at 522 Mantola Avenue, declaring an emergency and dispensing with second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Any discussion on this resolution? No?
Just the same old, just debris that's been left.
Move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading? Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Sturts.
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey.
Yes. Resolution passes. I have no public comments signed in, so if we could move to announcement of community events, Mr. Luby?
Our Christmas parade, hosted by the Delhi Business Association, is Saturday, December 3rd. It's on Delhi Pike, starting at 9:30. Line up with your neighbors on Delhi Pike to celebrate the Christmas season. Letters to Soldiers event, hosted by Edward Jones, is Saturday, December 3rd. The event will kick off at the Delhi Park Lodge at the conclusion of the Christmas parade. Look for more details. Delhi Branch Library event, DIY holiday gift wrap making, is Monday, December 5th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. and that's at the Delhi Branch Library on Foley Road. Create your own gift wrap bags and boxes. The group will be designing and producing different types of holiday gift wrapping for you to take home. Registration is required. Contact the library with any questions.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Luby. We do have need for executive session this evening, so if I could have the motion, please.
Motion to retire to executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, and/or compensation of a public employee of the township, and to consider confidential information related to the marketing plans, specific business strategy, trade secrets, or personal financial statements of an applicant for economic development assistance.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Roll call.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes. Motion approved. Before we go, I'd just like to say that the trustees would like to see all of you on the parade route Saturday morning. Hopefully, someone has taken care of the weather responsibility. The only thing I've heard is going to have really cold wind. So I guess we'll bundle up and we'll all sit on the curb and watch the parade go by. There are also 2 additional events after the parade so that you can have a full morning of Christmas. There is the letters to our veterans going on in the lodge, correct? And then also Delshire School is having a Winterfest, so you can go to either place and have a great morning. And we'll see you back here on Wednesday, December the 14th. In the meantime, have a safe time out there. Thank you.